Alright, what's up, man? It's your boy, Lucky checking in, #1 urban media journalist, you know what I'm saying? This is 2021. I know y'all didn't even know, she don't even know, but you are my first interview of this year.
Yeah.
So give yourself a round of applause, I'm gonna do it for you. You know what I'm saying? Introduce yourself for us.
I am Apryl Witherspoon. I'm the owner of New Me Aesthetics in Carrollton, Texas. It is a medical spa that caters to all skin types. Very important to me that anyone that walks through the door, I can treat you, and you feel like I have your skin's best interest. We'll say that.
Your skin's best interest. Now listen, I know she might be looking at my skin, y'all. I ain't got no bad skin, I just need some lotion on. You know what I'm saying? That's all I need. You know what I'm saying? So anyway.
It's cold outside. It's cold outside. We got to make sure that you get a little thicker moisturizer.
Right. So I'm tell you, my mom used to put, RP to my mother. My mom used to put a lot of,
let me get
gasoline on me.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, go. I had to slide in my clothes like to be so slick down. You know what I mean? So anyway, give the people a little backstory on yourself. Where you from? Let's start where you from.
All right, so I am a country girl at heart, okay? I'm very down to earth, but I'm from Kaufman, Texas. If you're from Texas, you probably have heard of it before.
Shout out to Kaufman.
But after high school, I graduated and I went to University of North Texas.
Right.
Go Eagles. And then I essentially have been in the Dallas Metroplex area ever since then. But you know, deep down, I'm a country girl.
Shout out to Kaufman, man. Y'all stand up out there, man.
That's right. That's right.
You come from a big family, small family?
So I come from a pretty big family. It is a lot of girls. So a lot of estrogen in the house.
Yeah.
I have sisters, first cousins. We're actually really close and all female.
Okay.
I do have 2 god brothers.
Okay.
So they were a blessing to me. But other than that, it's just girls.
That's what's up, man. And I come from the total opposite. I come from a lot of boys. I had one sister.
Okay.
She was my twin sister. RP's my twin sister. So I had the total opposite. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I just recently met you at the Black Market.
Yes. He was amazing, y'all.
Yes.
Amazing. I mean, after I saw his work, I knew I had to work with him in some capacity.
Me?
Yes, you.
But yes, I got that with my camera, y'all, and I rolled up on her, significant other. I saw this, y'all backdrops and y'all business, and I was blown away. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about me, that's why I do what I do. I love to get the story behind people and what they do as far as their businesses, and the point from A to Z. You know what I mean? Because everybody has a story.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because and that's how I tell people: how can you inspire somebody that you haven't met? How can you talk to someone that you don't even know that you're inspiring?
That's true.
And that's how I came up with doing this, because those people are in that camera.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, talk a little bit. Let's go into how did you get into this business and what you're doing?
Got it. So you getting in my business now.
In her business.
So I'm a family nurse practitioner. So I have done anything from family practice to urgent care. My background as an RN is in the ICU, post-surgical.
Wow.
I've done functional medicine, pain management, and when I worked with a family practice physician, she was doing botox on her patients, and immediately the way that patient was happy with her outcome and she willingly came to an appointment, then I knew that was something that was of interest to me. So fast forward, my husband and I moved to California, and then I got a job doing primarily aesthetics and fell in love. I just knew, you know, when you're extremely passionate about something, you know that's where you're supposed to be.
Right.
Other jobs were great. You feel good about helping other people, but it's, you know, you don't want to look at work as a paycheck.
Right.
If you love what you do, you never feel like you're working.
Like what we have right now?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
For the viewers that's out there, and me, explain what is aesthetics.
Okay, got it. So aesthetics is basically more in the beauty industry.
Okay.
So a medical spa is essentially where you can go where there should be a licensed professional, a nurse, a physician, nurse practitioner, a PA, someone that has a license that can treat you with your botox, your filler, your skincare, your facials, your laser treatments, basically non-invasive, non-surgical type procedures that you can schedule an appointment and probably go to the same day. But it's more maintenance, making sure that over the aging process, we're doing what we need to do to keep it right and tight.
Right and tight.
Right and tight. Yes.
So, what are the pros and cons in that?
So the pros are always that you're going to maintain. You know that the saying is always "black don't crack." Well, it still cracks. It cracks a little slower. However, we still cannot just let ourselves go. If you don't do anything else, I don't care what skin tone you are, you need sunscreen. You need sunscreen. You even need sunscreen. Yes. If I had to choose one product, if you only said, okay, I can only use one product, what is it going to be? Sunscreen, SPF 30 or above. Because we start wrinkling over time and our skin look real dry and wrinkled and dusky, and nobody has time for that. We trying to be in front of the camera. You got to make sure that everything is looking glowing and youthful. That's what everybody wants. We live in an age where cameras and selfies is the thing.
So you said non-surgical, right?
Yeah.
And like I said, you pay attention to the news. I pay attention to the news, and I noticed you said keyword license, right?
Yes, you did.
So a lot of people are doing stuff in the garage, and you know, stuff in the living room.
Good point.
Can you speak to that?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great point that you make, because you do have emergent type situations where you have people injecting, like butts are a big thing. Yes. Injecting non-FDA approved substances into your butt. Like there are videos where surgeons have to go in and surgically remove. You end up with a worse result trying to get a discount, let me say. If that's something that you want to do, if you want to do the butt injections with an FDA approved filler or something like that, if you want to do the Botox, if you want to do the filler, you need to go to a place that has products that have been tested, that have been FDA approved, to where you're not going to end up possibly in the ICU or worse.
Right.
So don't take the cheap route. It's your face, y'all. It's your body. Save up for it, or see if the place has care credit or some sort of financing plan, but you do not want to go cheap with your body. You just don't.
So like you just pointed out, you said social media, everybody's around cameras, everybody's on Instagram now. So because I noticed people are taking risks. You know what I mean? Because they want to be perceived well on social media. Have you seen people do something FDA approved, legal, too much?
Absolutely. That's probably one of the biggest things that I encounter whenever a patient comes in. You know, I'm not making this about race or anything. However, as far as the diversity in injectors, it's very few of us in comparison. Typically, when a person that values a natural augmentation or a natural appearance, you just look refreshed and rejuvenated, they are timid and they're scared that when they come in and their injector looks overdone, that's what they're going to look like. There's the TV show Botched and things like that. People think that they're going to look like that. There are some patients that don't know when to stop. There's some injectors that don't know when to say no as well. So that's very important across all areas of aesthetics. Now, I will say, you need to get a consultation.
Gotcha.
You need to get a consultation, and you need to sit down and talk with them so that they can essentially tell you what their recommendation is, and then kind of go from there. Everything doesn't have to be done in one day. But yeah, I'm all about natural. I just want you to look like you got a good night's rest.
Good night's rest. Good night's rest.
That's it.
So now, cause I do understand, cause there's money involved. Because just like we just spoke to, some people may overdo it. You may have somebody on the other end like, hey, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Okay.
But because they're trusting the doctor anyway, they're trusting who they're going to see anyway. So, do you think sometimes they may play a role in that instead of just saying, hey, I'm not doing it, instead of just taking them out?
Sad to say, there are some injectors that probably should say no, and they just take the money. But you're gonna get that in any field,
Right.
any area.
Right.
You know, I have worked in places where it was not owned or, you know, essentially run by a medical professional. Most medical professionals, especially clinics that are owned by a physician or a licensed nurse practitioner or PA or RN, they have your outcome and your best interest in mind for the most part. They really want to do a good job.
Right.
So it's not always about the money. Yes, for them to stay in business, you know, they still have to charge. But I will say this. Most people go in and they think, oh, okay, I just want that syringe. How much for that syringe? Well, you're not just paying for that syringe. You are paying for that person's license, their years of the, you know, experience. They're, you know, they're consistently going to conferences and trying to create an atmosphere where they are bringing the best skill to that particular patient. So that's what you're paying for.
Okay. Speaking on staying on the topic of patients, while you doing what you do, like, do you have any favorite jobs you've done or favorite patients?
You know,
Because you have to feel great when you do someone, because you're basically dealing with someone's, you know, person, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, absolutely. So it kind of goes back to what we mentioned earlier. We live in a day and age where selfies and Instagram and filters is everything. I want you to be able to have clear skin and not have to use a filter. You know, my favorite type of rejuvenation is what we call a full facial rejuvenation, where basically you just restore where patients have slept on their face, things are flat, fat pads have fallen. A lot of people come in and they want, okay, I want you to correct this. Well, it's my job to educate you on why that looks like that. It's not just correcting this, it's typically something else going on. So the patients that are patient with the process and they allow you to make the proper recommendations so that they just look 5 to 10 years younger, that's my favorite. Typically, most people will come in, they just want 1 or 2 things done. I'll do it if you know, if it makes sense, but that's my favorite type of patient.
So as you guys can see, she definitely is a patient of herself. So you can see her face right now. I thought I was looking at a filter, but this is real time, y'all. This is no glass, this is no mirror, this is no tricks.
Hey, you have to be your own billboard.
Right.
You gotta practice what you preach.
Right. So let me ask you this, right? By me being a videographer, by me being in media, I find myself looking at people that does what I do.
Okay.
So when you're out in the public, are you looking at people's faces? Even when you're off the clock, can you ever cut it off?
Okay, y'all.
All in her business. Yeah.
You cannot cut it off. You know, you see those memes and it's like, dang, I wonder how much Botox she would need. I just have a trained eye to where I do notice things that the average person probably would not notice. That doesn't mean something's wrong. I think everybody is beautiful in their own unique way.
Right.
I love for people to want to improve themselves, not want to aspire to look like somebody else. You know, the Kardashians, I have nothing against them, but everybody doesn't need to look like a Kardashian. They look like them and you need to look like you. That's why we were all made, you know, in our own unique way. So, yes, I do. I do look at you and in my head I'm doing a full assessment.
I'm gonna tell y'all now, y'all see the lady in the grocery store? She's filling out your information form in her head.
It's for the best, y'all. I have your best interest in mind. I promise you. I promise you.
Right. Co-workers. I know you have to have understudies. What are like some of the first things you teach those people?
So I actually like to be a resource to some of my colleagues, to other nurses, nurse practitioners that are trying to get into the industry. It's actually really hard to get your foot in the door. I've had to take a pay cut. I've had to spend thousands of dollars on my own individual training because I care that much, because I want to make sure that I'm delivering. Yeah, certifications, individual trainings. I mean, they're really expensive. However, you have to practice. Practice makes perfect. So, yeah.
So how much do a person's medical history play a part?
So, because I'm a nurse practitioner, I can actually clear the patient. And what that means is I do take your medical history into consideration. A lot of people think that, oh, it's just Botox, oh, it's just filler, I don't need to tell you the truth. You need to tell me the truth. Because there could be something that instead of us doing a procedure that day, we could push it out like a week or two. You need to be honest about your past medical history, because it could be for your best interest. Because then if something goes wrong, then that person's coming back with an issue that could have been avoided altogether. So yes, I do take your medical history, your medications that you're taking. No judgment. We just want to make sure we're doing what's safe.
Right. And that is the key thing, is being safe. So Botox, filler. This is something that always intrigued me.
Yeah, what's that?
That even with the
butts.
Yeah.
It's in.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how do you know how much to apply? How does it make? Okay, you're gonna filler. How you know it's gonna be like normal? Like, you know what I'm saying? I always think like that. Like, how you doing? How is that perfect?
So that's why consultation is always important. The consultation, I do face-to-face or virtual consultations so that I can actually assess your face, because what you may need, the next person may not, or vice versa.
Right.
So you always want to what we call start low and go slow. So basically, you come in, we'll start here, we'll make this recommendation, and you allow things to settle over maybe typically like a couple weeks. Then that way you allow the swelling, everything to settle, so that you know, oh, okay, this is what it looks like, and then we can add another syringe if we need to. You just kind of gradually want to build so that you don't overdo anything. That's when you start getting horrible results.
Right.
And anatomy is very important.
So, as you were speaking, I was thinking, have you ever came across a case the way you was like, this ain't gonna get me? See, I'm asking a good question. You know what I'm saying? I'm claiming.
You know, let me say this. There is help for everybody. It all depends on how much you want to spend. That's because it's all about setting realistic expectations. You cannot have, like, you know, Hulk muscles and then you want to put in like 10 units of Botox. Like, you have to be realistic. And that is when your consultation, they'll tell you how much you're probably going to need.
Right.
So, you know, if you only get a little bit, that's the result you're going to get, a little bit.
Right.
So, if I feel like you're wanting something unrealistic, I personally will tell you, I will charge because I have a business to run.
Exactly.
However, if it's going to potentially give you a bad result, or you're going to walk out and you're going to say you went to me, then I will tell you no first.
Right. Because at the end of the day, you got a business to protect.
Yes, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
And the reason why I say that, because, like I said, that what I just said can apply to any business. You know what I'm saying? So,
it should.
And that's how I'm coming up with these great questions, because I know these things have to happen.
They do happen.
You know what I mean?
They do happen. I get some very fun and interesting patients.
Right.
It's not as you don't feel so tight and professional all the time. Like, I definitely want you to know that I have your best interest in mind, safety first. But we can have a good time during your appointment. Everybody's real nervous and scared of needles, so it's my job to make you comfortable.
So, what is the workplace like when you work there?
So, I work in Carrollton. I work inside of a suite that I have.
Yeah.
Basically, just made you walk into the land of Lux.
You got a song for that?
I don't have a song. I'm gonna work on it though.
Hey, don't try to steal my song. All right, cool.
But I like like to create a nice, clean environment. When you walk in, you feel like, oh, okay, I'm okay with the service that I'm receiving.
Right.
That's important to me. Customer service, making sure that you're satisfied, you're happy. We good.
Have you done family members?
I have done family members. I personally, I use Botox. I've received filler in my face.
Okay.
And I don't think I look artificial, look like a plastic doll. It's just, you know, I'm 37 years old.
No. No, I'm deleting that. You are not 37. This lady is every bit of 24, 25.
Yeah, I am. I'm getting up there, y'all. I'm getting up there. So it's all, again, it's about aging gracefully.
Cool.
Because, you know, things start sagging over time.
Right, but at the end of the day, this is off the record. This is how I think. As far as like, because I do believe the body follows the mind. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you tell your mind, your body will follow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know for me, I always do young stuff. You know what I'm saying? I just stay energetic. I stay on the edge. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna tell you my age, but you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it works. It works. So one day I'm gonna try some of these products we'll see y'all. So you know what I'm saying? So if y'all see me and I got like, it look like I got some new lips or something. You know what I'm saying? What else you said it is? The facial, whatever it is?
So typically, pretty much anything I do, a male or a female could benefit from it. So most guys, they typically will do the Botox. They'll do filler under the eyes or cheeks because they don't want to look tired. So there's different ways of injecting the female versus the man. You want to make them look youthful but not feminize them. IV hydration, that's something that anyone that's busy, it's cold and flu season right now, you could take vitamin supplementation, hydration straight into the vein to where you feel your best. Just when you're run down, get a little bit of energy. I do painless laser hair removal. Painless, y'all. When I say painless, painless. A lot of people don't like that snapping and popping. But, you know, we'll be in the summer before you know it. Everybody ready to get out of the house and go somewhere. So, you want to make sure you start your treatments now.
Any shout outs you want to give?
You know, I will give my shout out to my family, my lovely husband that has been supporting me this entire time, my strong network of friends that have supported me, all my patients. I just love y'all. My loyal patients that have, you know, just stood by my side, rolled with me this entire time. Good and better and exciting things to come 2021, y'all. So I'm appreciative of everybody. Thank y'all.
Hey, y'all heard it here first, man. She was my first interview of this year, 2021. To the sky, baby. You know what I'm saying? We are keeping our head to the sky, keeping our face forward to success. You feel me? Y'all know what it is, man. It's Go Lucky, the #1 urban media journalist. You know what I'm saying? It's my job to capture the culture, and that's what we're here for. You feel me? Y'all stay tuned.